Hey, what's up everybody? How you doing? Welcome back to Karpo Gaming and Another Path of Exile 2 video.
These half-wits seek to summon.
Nice. Today I want to show you my Huntress build that I've been using to get to cruel difficulty, and it is nice. You know what to do. There you go. Once again, thanks for watching everybody. Without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, let's get started. This is the build guide for the Huntress to get you to cruel difficulty and all the way to pretty much in-game. It is nice. I have another build coming once I finish it up, but let's start off with our ascendancy points. Now I have 6 ascendancy points that I put in. Critical Strike is definitely one that you want to have to help boost up your damage, and Predatory Instinct give you extra 50% damage for bosses, uniques, you know, rare enemies. It's awesome. We also have Elemental Infusion, and this is going to give us a little bit of extra damage as well, and everything is going to synergize with our charges. Let's start off with our passive points and show you the tree that I took and some of the damage that you can potentially get as well. Now this build is centered around us using our melee attack and then boosting up our damage to use a projectile attack, and vice versa. That's what some of these early nodes are for, and yeah, it's a projectile based build and it's pretty nice. We're going to be focusing in on poison and on bleeding, and we're going to take our evasion nodes early on. We're going to come down here and we're going to use this one for incision. Incision is the way we can inflict blood. That, accompanied with our other skills, will help inflict a lot of blood damage on bosses. We're going to come down here, we're going to take these elemental nodes and other damage nodes as well. And like I said, this is a build just to get you to cruel difficulty and into it. I'm in Act 2 right now, taking my time, and I've had no problems whatsoever. Alright, I did take this one jewel. It's going to give us extra hero skills and attack damage. That might be a little bit hard for you to find, but it is possible. Alright, and then more elemental damage as well, and more attack damage. Now, from here we're going to come down to where it splits, and over here we're going to have 2 huge nodes that we're going to be taking. One is going to be the hero damage, so we're going to have some nice hero damage as well. And then we're going to move down to what is going to be this socket. Remember, we got the hero damage on top of hero damage, which is nice. Come down here, and then we have this huge nodes, all for spear damage and crit chance and a little bit of crit damage, right? So we're going to take all of those except for the last one. The last one isn't that great, right? Just accuracy with spears, unless you're going into an accuracy build, and then another 20% for incision. So we have 40% to bleed enemies. Alright, so for our skills, we have infuse a weapon. Now remember, this is a node that we took from our lovely ascendancy points, and it's going to trigger a nice cold infusion, fire infusion, lightning infusion, a little bit of extra damage as well. Let's have a look at some of the skill sockets that we put inside of here. We got blindside, we also have Embitter, and last but not least, primal armament. Alright, now this is cool because you're only using 3 of these mod slots. We don't have a greater jewel in any of these, so all of these different nodes and our skills that we are using are just level skill 2 gemstones. This build will definitely change. I don't have any level skill 3 gemstones or greater jewel sockets inside of any of these just yet. Alright, so this is going to be, like I said previously, to get you to cruel difficulty, and I'm all the way into Act 3. This is going to take me into Act 4, all the way into the end game, so no worries right there. As far as this one skill is concerned, we're going to be using this explosive spear accompanied with our other lightning spear, and both of those together creates a nice little explosion together, so it kind of work in tandem. Same thing with Twister and our lovely melee ability. We're going to spin to get that damage, and then we're going to throw out our lovely Twisters when we are in that situation. Or you can toss your lovely spears, totally up to you. Alright, our lightning spear is amazing. It's going to be used to clear ads, super easy to do. And yeah, it also can inflict some pretty good damage on bosses as well. Here's some of the different gems that I put inside of this bad boy vault. It's definitely one that you want to have. Martial tempo for more attack speed. And yes, we have our heralds as well. We're going to be using 3 heralds for this build. Let's start off with the Herald of Ice. These are some of the different nodes that I decided to put in here. Remember, everything is subject to change once we get our level skill 3 gems. This just to get you into cruel difficulty and then all the way to the end game. Then once we're there, we're going to switch things up a little bit more, right? We only level 50, 51, maybe 52. You can get all this done once again by using any level skill 2 gems, and of course we are using our lesser orb, so we have 1 extra skill slot. So no greater jewels inside of any of these, so it's very possible that you can get all of this, including all of the gear as well, and even better. Alright, Wind Dancer is pretty cool because we're going to have evasion attack. We also have our Combat Frenzy is going to give us extra charges, and Herald of Blood as well. And this will help inflict that blood damage on bosses and help us to clear ads with blood explosions as well. And then Glacial Lance is something that I just threw in here. I will be swapping this out as soon as I get my cast on crit going, but that's a little bit later on. Or maybe cast on thunder, but I digress. Here we go with our gear. All of this gear I got from the PO2 trade website. For our weapon, you want to focus in on physical damage and more physical damage and then more physical damage, and then have some extra cold or fire or lightning abilities infused inside of that bad boy as well. And attack speed will be nice too. Alright, for our lovely amulet, we want to go with Spirit. For our helmet, we have a legendary, which can be swapped out, but the legendary effect is pretty cool. It's going to give us a little bit of extra damage as well. Our lovely chest piece is what holds this together. We're going to get 20% extra power charge on hits, so we can get those charges. It's going to give us extra lightning damage. Everything's infused. GG's. Rawhide belt will be swapped out for the other Brianna belt, but I'll do that once I get the end game. For our gloves, we have lovely attack damage, focusing on ice, lightning damage, or fire. Got some rarity and dex on here. We want to make sure our dex is hit so we can get everything together. And then our legendary boots. It's pretty cool. We're going to get 0 to 40% increased movement speed whenever we get a hit. And that's what I normally do. Make sure I get a nice 30% at least on the damage, and then I'm pretty much good to go. And it also has some dex, some lightning resistance, some good evasion rating, and rarity of items too. So yeah, this could be swapped out, but we're using that for right now. Our amulet, lots of spirit, 40-2 on there, so we can make sure we hit everything that we need, because we do have 2 unset rings, so we can have 2 extra skill abilities. We have our Dark Defiler for our minions, and that's just for distraction. And then we have our Buckler. And our Buckler is pretty cool because it can inflict Infimble on enemies, which will give them a little bit of a debuff and give us less damage taken. Put all that together, you got yourself a nice little elemental build going early on for cruel difficulty. So yeah, that's the build that I've been working on. It's still going to get even more blood damage and even more poison damage the more we progress. So I'll have a definitely in-game build coming for you a little bit later, but this one definitely help you get to cruel difficulty into the end game. But for right now, that's pretty much going to for the video. Hope you truly enjoyed it. As always, if you're new to the channel, how you doing? Welcome. Don't forget to subscribe. I upload a ton of videos. So once again, thanks for watching, and I'll be seeing y'all in the next one.